Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So we just wrapped up another week and my loyal viewers know what that means. That's right, it's dopamine time, baby. A routine on this channel where we look at anime related news and stories from the past week in a desperate search for serotonin. And since there's been so much going on, for the second week in a row, we've got an extra thick rundown to cover, overflowing with all kinds of bangers. We got everything from news regarding a now third final season of Attack on Titan, to some crazy developments regarding Mori from Hololive, to an interspecies reviewers hiatus, to an official season 2 announcement so bad many people thought it was an April Fool's joke, to a Hatsune Miku cameo for one upcoming anime, to a $130 million anime-based metaverse project, to some developments regarding Netflix's One Piece live-action adaptation, to our final story about a Truck-kun April Fool's Day prank. As you can see, we got lots of ground to cover today, so without further ado, let's jump into this weekly rundown. First up, we got some news regarding Attack on Titan, and it's a mouthful. It's basically a conclusion following the second part of the currently airing final season. Now let me try to explain what that mess means. So this poorly labeled final season has caused a lot of confusion. When the anime ran its final season back in 2020, many people thought that was truly the final season. However, that was just part 1 of the final season, which was followed up by the final season part 2, which ended on Monday with an announcement that the final season's quote-unquote conclusion will air in 2023. Essentially, it's the final and third part of the final season, at least for now. I gotta admit, for a final season, this has been some of the most comedically bad pacing I have ever seen. The final season is going to stretch over a period of 3 solid years. They have milked this final season to the point where the Titans' udders are pushing out dust. I mean, what's next? An announcement for Attack on Titan the final season PS, and then Attack on Titan the final season PPS? I think it's time to wrap it up. But anyways, the conclusion will be airing sometime in 2023, no exact release date as of yet, and you can find the related teaser in the description. Next up, lots of news regarding Mori from Hololive. She has been quite busy over the past week or so, dropping music left and right. Earlier this week, she dropped several parody-type songs under her young Shinigami persona, which included a cameo takeover in one of her streams. Here's a sample and bring an extra change of pants, because you might need it after hearing some of these bars.
From the jar, like a certain character, eating honey from the jar. Yeah, seaman in the house, seaman in the house, seaman all over your motherfucking channel, seaman in the house, seaman in the house.
And I have to say, she really channeled some inner politics right there. I'm a spiritual, lyrical individual, spiritual, miracle, lyrical individual, skipping and flipping and dipping. Now that's real hip-hop the younger generation can't appreciate. But Mori also had some serious music releases as well. Only hours before this video went live, she released her first single under Universal Music Japan, titled Capsule. Honestly, a huge accomplishment for a VTuber to have a release with a major label like that. And you can stream the single now with the link in the description, and the full EP will be released on July 20th of this year. Next up for today, some bad news regarding the Interspecies Reviewers franchise. The official Twitter account for Kadokawa's monthly Dragon Age magazine revealed on Monday that writer Amahara and artist Masha's Interspecies Reviewers manga will again not have a new chapter this month, the month of April, due to Masha's unspecified illness. The manga last updated with a new chapter on February 25th and did not update in March, leading many to think these health complications must be pretty serious to cause such delays. So I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I hope they have a speedy recovery. And if you haven't checked out this series about reviewing sexual escapades with all manners of anime girls, I would highly recommend giving the manga or anime a shot. It's a wild and hilarious adventure you won't regret viewing. Next up, we have a Season 2 announcement that was so bad, many people thought it was an April Fool's Day joke. The anime in question is the series Masamune-kun's Revenge, a story about an overweight child who gets into shape and returns to his old school to confront the girl who used to bully him. And to each their own, but many people were disappointed by the anime's sloppy conclusion to their first season, and further developments in the manga fared no better, so many thought that that was the end, at least for the anime. Oddly enough, the team behind the series released an April Fool's comic strip jokingly announcing a Season 3, the joke being that they skipped a second season. But then, on April 2nd, the official website for the series announced that the anime will get a second season titled Masamune-kun's Revenge R. And due to the circumstances surrounding it, the conclusion of the first series, the April Fool's Day joke, many thought this might be an elaborate April Fool's Day joke as well. And I'm telling you, I know I sound like a grumpy boomer here, but studios are really shooting themselves in the foot with this overused April Fool's Day announcement trope. Imagine announcing a second season of your anime, and people are left not knowing if it's real or not. Seems like a terrible way to start off a major project like that. Next up, some exciting news involving the Dropkick on My Devil franchise. This series is one of my personal favorites, a chaotic Monster Girl type slice of life that is truly hard to even describe. And don't let the cute designs fool you, it's a series filled with unexpected dark humor that lands very well. And during a recent promotional event for the franchise, we got two important announcements. One that included an official release date for the anime's third season, which will be in July of this year, and a second and unexpected announcement that the third season will also feature a cameo from none other than Hatsune Miku. And I don't know how this ever came to be, but boy is it a welcome surprise for this wild series. Next up, an announcement regarding a very strange and costly project. Last month, Bandai Namco Holdings announced it's investing 15 billion yen, approximately $130 million, to develop a Gundam-themed metaverse. According to the creators, the metaverse platform will be a fusion between physical and digital services. Users will be able to purchase Gunpla through their platform, as well as upload images of their Gunpla and data. Players can use this data to interact and battle with other players. So I have to be honest, this sounds really ambitious in theory, but it also sounds like a complete waste of time. Anything involving the metaverse is a quick turnoff for people like me. Its term is just a fancy new coat of paint on VR technologies that have existed for decades. And while $130 million isn't a big investment for a multi-billion-dollar company like Bandai, I have to assume that investment could have been used for better ventures. Next up, we're going to quickly talk about Netflix. A few days ago, the company revealed something very interesting. They stated that more than half of Netflix's worldwide audience watched anime last year. The number expands to 90% for Japanese Netflix subscribers. Now, I mention that because it makes it very clear that there is a huge market for anime among Netflix users, and Netflix would be stupid to ignore that fact. However, given Netflix's history with anime, and in particular their live-action disasters like Cowboy Bebop, it really shows that the company doesn't respect the genre, even though it's in their best interest to do so. And with the slowly trickling and underwhelming updates regarding the One Piece live-action adaptation, it's easy to believe this series will be treated the same. Of course, maybe we'll all be pleasantly surprised, but so far, not so promising. And now we move on to our final and lighthearted story for this week. Perhaps taking a break from shoving donation links in users' faces, Wikipedia joined in on the April Fool's Day fun with this section in their Today's Did You Know section. It stated, "Did you know that a common way to travel to another world is to be hit by a truck?" The link takes you to the Isekai and Truck-kun pages on Wikipedia. This is obviously a reference to the common isekai trope where the main characters are killed and reborn in a new world after getting hit by a truck, or better known as anime's deadliest serial killer, Truck-kun. Now I have to admit, when I thought of a Truck-kun April Fool's Day joke, I thought of something much darker, but I can still appreciate the cheeky reference to the anime trope. But that, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of this weekly rundown. I appreciate any of you sticking around to the end. I know it was a lot of news this week, and I was glad to share it all with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for more daily videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.